I go, yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not what my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO, yeah.
Shook my, now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
Say poodle, y'all think run this. Miss she, her black. Designers say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that wrist stay frozen, Q. Let's go, I'ma get. Unfazed, unbothered, with a boo, why bother? I'm that, you ain't no. I'ma get money type of, if you ain't getting money, don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her if I don't like it. These, I come through and nip you crickets. I come through and moves be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and he's know who to play with.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Polardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and that is incomplete. When you look at this defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Browns at 12-2 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
2nd and 1. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever.
Who
calls a first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a 1st down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. We saw plenty of throws like those in the swamp last fall. It's a 1st down for the rookie from Florida. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 yards there, just like last play.
1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Duvernay. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Caps 7, Browns nothing.
St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Caps drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And Xavier Worthy, 73 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Browns drive about to get started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Second and 9 now. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
To kick off.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, some strong running. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete. It's Neighbors. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's into the hands of Worthy. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, they go with Irving. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on third down to keep the drive going. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that is 2 pick-sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick-sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them up.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
That is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try and run here with Irving.
Oh, look at the juke.
And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 6-yard line.
Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nnamdi Madubuike able to record his 5th sack of the season. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Xavier Worthy with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too.
Don't worry, we know what Lagway capable of.
Guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
One last shot at the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for our visitors, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.